Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. So now our industry department from the TUM Blockchain Club itself are going to talk a bit about what exactly we've been doing for the past year. We've made some major changes, and Thomas, the head of industry himself, is going to be telling all of you about what's next for them. Round of applause, everybody.
All right. Let's maybe start with how all this began. So one of our key missions as a TUM Blockchain Club is kind of to connect people in Web3, right? And we still saw a gap of connecting students to companies in the Web3 space, because we saw like it's hard to kind of get internships with Web3 companies, or like just work on like these bigger projects. And this is why we decided to start the industry department roughly 1 year ago. So what is an industry project? That's what we organize with this industry department. We organize industry projects. And basically it's a chance for students to work on Web3 problems that is provided by companies. Let me start with some key facts. So it always starts in the beginning of the lecture period, roughly 3 months. You work there as a working student 50 to 20 hours per week. You will earn up to 25 euros per hour, so you will be compensated pretty competitively. And now, starting this semester, you can also combine it with an IDP or project study. So you can also earn ECTS at the TUM University while working as a working student, getting experience. We think this is a really great opportunity for students. You will work in a team of 2 to 3 students. So you will have great people to help you. And we as a club, we will support you during your project journey. We will have technical experts from the company, but also from our club, who will kind of give you insights about how you can tackle the problems. And and then you can kind of grow together as a team. Thanks. So, the requirements for you to participate in this project is that you, first and foremost, you need to be enrolled at a university. It needs to be a German university during the project period. You need to be available to be employed as a working student, which means that you are not liable to work more than 20 hours per week. And the general requirement is also that you need to have some interest in blockchain, obviously. So the timeline, which is really important to mention on the beginning, our application phase has already started, it's running, and it actually ends on this Sunday evening. So if you're like interested in working on one of these projects that I'm going to present later, you need to apply till Sunday. And we will then do interviews with you next week. And then we will decide together with our partners, like who will then form the teams. And the project will kick off in the beginning of the lecture period. So on the first Friday of the lecture period, we will have like an in-person event. We will have some team building activities. You will get to know your team. And then we'll have a midterm and a final presentation. The idea is that you kind of share about the progress that you made, maybe also the challenges that you face in the project, and that we kind of build a community of builders here in Munich. And we are very happy that we have a collaboration with Wagner here in Munich. Like, it's a startup hub. And there we will have our in-person events where we get to know each other and have the pitch sessions. And this brings us maybe to the most important part, like what are the companies we are collaborating. So for this upcoming period of projects, we're collaborating with 4 companies, with Bosch, VM Datenservice, Solana Beach, and Superteam Germany. We think this is a really cool mix of rather more traditional companies and also really Web3 native companies like Solana Beach and Superteam. And we have a multifold of different projects. So like, for example, for Bosch, it's about building a decentralized marketplace for kind of transacting engineering artifacts. For them, it's really important to kind of explore the opportunities that like a decentralized marketplace like Pontus X would have. And like your task as a student would be to kind of do some research there, maybe adapt the existing Pontus X framework more into their needs. So then we have like the VM Datenservice project. This is kind of a finance company from Frankfurt. They are interested in how they could conduct business in the DeFi ecosystem. So they are more a TradFi company, a data provider. And now they want to explore how they can do business in DeFi, because like data is also very relevant in the DeFi ecosystem, right? but they are still struggling how to position themselves as a traditional player in this ecosystem. And you, as part of this project, would kind of help them to find out what kind of strategic way or projects would make sense there. Then we have the Solana Beach project. This is more like a technical project. There, the goal is to improve the current Solana staking system, because currently it has some limitations that you need more than 1 day in order to shift the stakes from one validator to another. And this is a problem because there are actually incentives for staking with certain validators. And if you can't switch your stake fast, you kind of lose money in the end. So there's an incentive to kind of build an alternative solution, or like build on top of the existing solution and enable users to shift their Solana stake faster. And as a part of this project team, you would kind of work on this and implement a solution. And the last project that we're organizing is the Super Team project. There it's about building a community. So basically Super Team is the community arm of Solana. So their goal is to kind of build a vibrant community here in Germany, but also globally. And here, as part of the team, you would assist them in organizing cool events, but also thinking strategically, okay, how can we grow the community in general here in Munich and also in Germany? And yeah, you would kind of work together with the existing team there and support them in their journey. Yeah, this already concludes my talk. So, as I said, you have time till Sunday evening to apply for a project if you're interested. And now would be the time for some questions about the concept in general, but also about some projects. So, happy for your questions. Yeah.
So should I be the student, especially of the TUM, or can I just
another university is totally fine as long as you're German university. Yeah. Yeah.
In the talk description there was written that you also present as like the past projects. So what did you already do?
Okay. Yeah. So this summer semester we started with 2 projects. So we had a project with Solana Beach, also like we're also like a future partner. There we did some research in the Solana Labs. So it was also more a technical project. Like in the Solana Labs client, sorry, in the existing Solana client, the task of the team was to kind of determine how they could make the client more efficient by fine-tuning parameters. And the other project was with Deloitte, and there it was about building a digital product passport for EV batteries. Yeah. If you have further questions on it, I was happy to answer that. Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a question. How can projects themselves, research the most competitors? So I represent a company that's a large ecosystem product from Japan. We're catering to India and audience. We'll actually be speaking at Web3 Davos Summit as key leaders. So I wanted to come to be able to kind of have more involved with TUM in particular.
So did I understand you correctly that you're interested in kind of like the opportunity to organize a project together with us?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so we are doing it every semester, right? Actually 2 times per year. So for the upcoming summer semester, again, beginning of next year, we could like kind of talk and see if we could do something together there, yeah, for sure. Maybe the best way is just that you reach out to me after this talk and then we can kind of exchange contacts and see if we do it. Yeah.
So one question about organization. You mentioned that there was some kind of a meeting, and it's per month.
Yeah.
And it's just a Blockchain meeting or something more?
Okay, we have 2 in-person meetings over the whole project period. So first, it's like the kickoff meeting. That's about team building, right? You don't know your team yet, so you want to get to know your team, with whom you're working together. The idea is that we do some team building games, do a project kickoff workshop with our partners, so that you get a good start into the project phase. So this is the first event, and then the second event will be like the final pitch event or the final event. So all the teams will come together again at Wagner, and they will kind of present about the projects that they did, And yeah, then we will celebrate the teams in the end, and so those are the 2 in-person meets.
And so I mean, especially in the team,
Yeah.
will be more online or?
So basically, like except for those 2 in-person events, it will be remote first. So you can work fully remote on those projects. But for some projects, you also have the possibility to work from an office. So for example, with the Solana Beach project, you can work in the Munich Collab together with the team. And yeah, also for like the Bosch project, you could go to Bosch to Stuttgart, but probably you don't want to do it. So fully remote is okay. Yeah. Any more questions? If not, thank you for your attention, and you can also reach us after this or at the TBC booth, and yeah, we can talk about it. Thanks.
Okay, some concepts about our industry projects. So our idea is sometimes we get, because we speak out to students quite a lot more, and we are students ourselves, so one of the trouble we find is how do we find actual solid Web3 projects that we're not scammed into some shitcoins. One side of the student side. On the other side is companies. Sometimes these organizations, they're quite decentralized, so they really lack a sustainable way to find very nice new talent. So hence we come in the industry department of this club. So we try to help these companies, organizations find really nice new talent and offer very solid project to students. And basically these projects are for this winter semester, starting October 18th, we're offering a 12-week project, and until around the January 10th, the expected workload is about 15 to 20 hours per workload, so it's very suitable for a working student. And a student can earn up to 25 euro per hour as salary, so very competitive in the landscape. And they can do an IDP project or a project study and earn credits if they are students at TUM, which is really nice. So basically, if a student gets in, they will be working as 2 to 3 people in per project. It's a team, and they will be supported not only from the company side, but also there will be mentors who are really nice students and also experts in Web3 from our club. And then the general requirements here we have is the student must be enrolled at a German university, and they can show us the certificate of enrollment. They can be outside Munich, so they only need to be here for the kickoff date and the final presentation date. In between, they can totally be somewhere else. That's really nice. And then they have to be available to be employed as a working student, which means they need to have a work visa to a certain degree, and they need to have the available number of working hours left for this calendar year for some international students. And then, of course, interest in the blockchain technology. So this is basically our timeline. Which we want to highlight is that our application closed this Sunday. So if you know someone, please tell them to hurry up and apply soon. And our kickoff and final presentation date is at Werk 1. It's a really nice startup hub in Munich. If you've been there, it's really nice. And so the highlight of this presentation is our partners for this semester. We have 4 projects we're offering. One is with Bosch. One is with Bosch, everyone knows. The one is with VM Daten Service. They are a very, very nice data provider for financial industry in Frankfurt. Really, really nice. Please check them out. One is with Solana Beach. That one is a bit technical, and one is with Super Team Germany. That one is more about branding and community building. So we're offering opportunities not only in the tech area, or also semi-tech, and also really nice business area and marketing area. And then please share, scan this QR code or share the website to any female students you know. And please, we don't have enough female students apply. So start today and just tell them. Thank you.
Make some noise for this inspirational women.